Hey man, how's it going? Yeah, just gonna go over that story mission for you. If you need help with like certain survival shit or anything like that, feel free to let me know. So just kind of going over the gear right quick. Sword, by the way, you can, do whatever you want. Sword is pretty much always preference unless you're doing like a melee specific kind of build, which this is definitely a mishmash, or mishmash, whatever you want to call it, of a couple ones I use. I mainly use Heaven's Stings for like super duper niche as fuck like applications. Like actually, just kind of showing you another good use of it is okay, bet it's Overlook. On a trio for this, I think like the fastest time I got was 1 minute and 20 seconds. That when something like say just this, and I'll make this like a 2-in-1. Show you a good way. Although I actually have a build that I use to solo this, so I'll probably just do a single crystal. And it sucks that I didn't get the enemy there I want, because this archer, he's just gonna run away like that. I actually need to get another guy. It's unlucky. You there. And this is kind of what I mean. Let's see. Oh, fuck. So I actually lost my ninjas, but that's okay. Alright. I'm over here, assholes. Well, you know what? That was a horrible start. Why did they even throw the smoke bot? Or why did they even run over there?
What legend
would
you like to hear?
It looks a lot better
One of my
if I can just get two. So another thing, if you're ever trying to speedrun this, is that the enemies that spawn in are the same, but where they spawn is different. And so if you're trying to speedrun, you may just have to like rerun until you get, essentially who you need where. And for this first one, if you're doing it solo, you just need this first one, because everything else you can kind of manage yourself. But here in the beginning, okay, so that's one guy. Well, that had an archer again. So lame. So many archers.
Listen while I recap. What legend would you like?
Because ideally, you run to exactly where I was, and they just post up right by that crystal. But because I ran a little longer or whatever, it's so it can be annoying trying to get something like this perfect. But what else do I use with this? I have like a whole little like setup for it that has like ability cooldown reduction and some like silly shit. But yeah, let me show you what I mean. So that's one human, hopefully two. Yep, there it is, perfect. So I'm just gonna kick him because I don't want to, hurt him. That's not great because I want somebody who's gonna run towards the crystal a little more than that guy. Not. Motherfucker. But let me show you just how to solo this shit with ease. So the archers are going to be a problem. Yeah, that's right. I have vanish duration as well. And the Tengu, because I wasn't fast enough. But if you look up at the sky, man, I think I'm going the right way here. Nope. I ran into another Tengu. That's not good. Or no, it's the same one from before, and now I'm getting shot. Am I good? No, I'm still going. Oh yeah. Check it, bro. I have the crystal, and I'm about to drop it off. Here we go. That's how you do it, man. If you look up at the sky, non-ranged enemies can't attack you. I can explain that in another video, but it's kind of nuts, the uses for that, right? Like, so say teammate's down and he's completely surrounded and you don't have any means to safely res him.
Let me share one.
As long as your camera is, you know, no enemy can start an attack. They can say they start an attack while you're looking at them and then you turn your camera away. That won't work. But no enemy can start an attack. This is getting a little sidetracked. Yeah, like I said, I can make a whole video about that or whatever, but just go into what I was talking about. So, yeah, what I have here is really just a combo of the build I use for that, which is the Heaven Sting, and then just kind of what I will use to basically fuck shit up with Injos. For Injos, I got two. Well, I got a lot of Injos, as you can see here, man. I really like Injos, like 5, 6, 7, yeah. We won't get into those. What I got is basically to do a lot of ultimate damage, to build a lot of resolve, get myself some ammo, and ideally take out non-attuned enemies quickly, without issue. I'm not going to use my ammo for... I'm sorry, I'm going to use my ammo for attuned enemies and basically not for anybody else. Yeah, these are my techniques. Health is just to heal me if I fuck up. You could go 5 strike, but I really think the overshadowed makes more sense here because you're just trying to do as much damage as possible, right? And if you're having to ult somebody who is attuned, or you can't, you know, spirit bow them and you're just trying to push through it, you just want that extra oomph. Yeah, so let's just get into that.
Excellent choice.
So, like I was saying, attuned enemies are annoying for sure, right? Especially when there's like shit like dogs and everything else about, man. Like a couple kills like that, right? That makes sense. I do need to drop this. We can just kill this guy then. Yeah, alright. Motherfucker. What am I hitting? Is he lying on the ground? I can't tell. My eyesight's shit. That was lame. There we go. Finally won. So not the best. What's nice is that there's usually a lot of ammo around the map, and it doesn't even matter what dart you shoot at them. I mean, something like this. We're just kind of, you know, shredding right through these guys. I haven't even taken out the watches. That's what you definitely should do first. Forgot about that. That's okay. I'm going to now... Ew. Way of the Flame. Get rid of these guys right quick. That other guy. Yep, that guy. So you can see, I mean, Way of the Flame and all this sheer damage. I'm just shredding right past him. That's lovely. In this case... Oh, it didn't, like, fling him over the deal, which is kind of lame. I'm just gonna bully this guy. Oh, wow. So, in this case, I'm really wasting time here. Oh, yeah, this would be a great place to, yeah. So, in this case, this is where I'm just, you know, getting in whatever damage I can. If he gets the attunement back, that's okay. I'll just wait a little second here. Go right back to it, you know what I'm saying? Is he still alive? My god. Just grab that ammo. Obviously, you know, I could have grabbed it, you know, before, right? Just trying to, I guess, show you different areas that you can kind of spec into so that you can just, like, shred through these guys. This guy's attuned. I'm really getting unlucky with these procs, like, holy shit. 25%, and sometimes it changes by run of whatever you're doing. So like it resets as soon as you return to lobby and do something else, right? But it can be like anywhere from like down to like 7% to upwards of like 20, 25. So there we go. That's a nice one, right? And in this way, I'm taking out those attuned enemies very quickly. I would have. I guess maybe you can start with that. Use that to build your ult. Ult, you know, the I guess non-attuned guys. You don't want to use your ult on the attuned guys unless you have to. But ideally, you can take out like non-attuned enemies in just a single hit. To build your ult, man, right, with this blowgun, it's stupid easy, man. You want to have these 3 things on if you're not PC. If you are PC, then at least these 2. But aim assist, man, I mean, it's just stupid. I can literally be like, you know, point my camera, say, like, right here, and it'll snap right to his head. That's just overpowered as fuck. It locks onto invisible guys, man. It's just ridiculously good. Very easy to hit headshots. All you need is, I can't remember exactly for blowgun, but it's just a couple to build ult. Yeah, I mean, you can see there it is. I know I already had like resolve, but yeah. So I thought there's an invisible guy like somewhere here. No, I guess they're all just hanging out, chilling. Alright then. Get rid of everyone else but that guy. Just grabbing some more ammo. Got a chunk here. Just gonna... Are there any... I don't think there's any attuned guys here. At least not yet. Is it just that first section? I don't know, man. I haven't done this one in a minute. There's my ult again. Alright, cruising. There's a little secret about this one. You don't have to run back through the boat and, you know, around and all that shit, right? Dodging the watches the whole time. You can actually get it right, and then we're just gonna jump into the water. You have to make sure to kind of go left. There's like an invisible wall kind of right here, right? But if you go enough around, like I'm doing here, swimming under, watches don't shoot at you at all, and now they literally just vanish, and that's that. No watches. I think there's like a... Hey, oh.
The spirit of Uchitsune smiled.
Here's what I mean about the lock-on. Oh, there's a... That was an attuned enemy, I believe. Beautiful procs there. That's what I'm talking about. Can we get another? That's okay. We got 2. You know, we're feeling spicy about that, right? I should have parried that. I don't know why I didn't. I knew it was coming. I guess I'm just gonna fucking about. He's attuned, and this is definitely not what you should be doing, but I was just kind of bored. Not bored, but just like wanting to fuck with him, you know what I mean? No, not bored. This is fun. Sorry. Ever just want to just like waylay into somebody sometimes, you know? There's actually a way you can get the Oni treasure to open as well. It's a little difficult. You essentially have to get an enemy to throw a kunai at you while you're doing this. If you can get those interactions to happen, it'll pop open. Unlucky. Well, fuck me. So I was trying to use my spirit bow there, but derped. And here we got these guys pretty weak here. Oh, did I lose my bow? What happened to... Why do you lose your bow at the next level? Oh, that's alright. Beautiful. You know, man, look at that, man. You gotta love it, right? And you can see here, I'm not doing like MMC. I'm not even doing like anything. I'm not fighting for my life here. I haven't really like sweated. And what I mean by that is that this, using kind of what I'm doing here, it doesn't matter like what your skill level is, right? It shouldn't be that hard to just kind of creep around. Oh no, you know, fucked up there. Good thing there's so much ammo. And I know there's ammo on that main ship, right? So I might as well just pump like all of these, because fuck it. One of them's gonna work, or he's just gonna die. It doesn't matter. Oop. What? Or maybe I'm not even shooting anything. Oh, go right here. Beautiful, man. Look at that. Oh yeah. So that's part 2 done. You know, and yeah, right. If you do fuck up, there's healing drums. There, you have your class ability here. You definitely have the tools you need to. Yeah, right. There's 2 fucking things of ammo right here. But yeah, you got everything you need, right? You're big chillin'. So let's go to part 3. And yeah, man, everything that's like annoying, and I'm not trying to say like you're bad or good or whatever, right? Everything that can be, you know, I guess like an obstacle, right? I can promise you that there's more than likely a tip or trick you can do to make it easy. And in this case, with these attuned enemies, yeah, it's weird, you know, Heaven's Sting kind of, you know, sucks. Besides here, but here, and in that one little bit of chapter 1, like you can imagine, right, if I was getting some of the procs that you've seen here, right, on those guys there at the chapter 1, that, you know, getting an enemy to just drop like that, and then if you're doing it solo, it really helps at the other crystals when you're just trying to get an enemy to drop immediately right by the crystal, and you don't necessarily always have, like, a smoke bomb or whatever the fuck. Like, that's not bad, right? Not too shabby, if I'm not mistaken. Whoops, that won't. That's alright, I have my kunai here. And, you know, once again, I'm not in danger. Could have used my ult, but that's whatever. Playing it nice and safe. I think that did kill the Oni dog. So, yeah. You could definitely do this a lot quicker by just speed rushing everything, but I feel like, you know, slow is just kind of a nice, simple, easy pace. And, you know, the tools you need to pick up the pace are here. You've seen what I could be, you know, doing, right? Like, I have Smoke Bomb that I've just been holding, right? Like, essentially, in runs like these, you pretty much always want to be just dropping it. Got lucky to proc there, right? Just dropping it. Why? Because ammo, ammo, ammo. Maybe it would have been better to save that to over there, but, you know, I was just kind of showing you, right? Just going to keep cruising. Here, I might as well pop my ult. So, you also, yeah, want to be popping your ult pretty much like every chance you get. Because if you're not, you're essentially wasting it. Oh, wrong guy. Sorry. Just cruising, right? Really helps with these invisible enemies, right, man? There's my ult again. I didn't realize there was 2 disciples on the ship, man. That's wild. I mean, that auto aim, holy shit, saved my life right there. Had no idea that guy was even there. Just wait for it to do its thing. Got a kunai. Could have used my vanish right there too, right? I'm gonna see if I can be a sneaky boy here. Probably not. Fuck it. Nah. Oh, it's this guy. These guys I love. They're my bread and butter, man. The bread and butter. He's gonna do that attack, and then he finishes with a bash. But that's okay. Cruising, my guy. Injos, if you're not comfortable running Injos, then you can still absolutely build this charm. You know, or build a charm that is for healing. You don't have to do resolve increase, right? You could do like combat regen or something, or do like chain banish so that you heal twice. Whatever, right? Yeah, there's so much ammo too, and yeah, we have smoke bomb. Got Lucky is definitely proccing a lot here, which is great. More weakened shit. There we go. I don't remember if the scroll was in this ship, so I guess I'll just check all of them. Wow, that's lame. There we go. Where is everybody? They're not people over here? I thought there was. I think that's a different Nightmare Week. I can't remember, man. There's 16 weeks, and yeah. Different shit every time. Beautiful. So wait, is there another one? What even happened there? Yeah, this game definitely has its fair share. There's plenty of times where shit just doesn't work, you know, man, and that's just is what it is. Beautiful. Beautiful. Right, oh, don't forget the smoke bomb every 2 seconds, right? Because that's your ammo. But cruising, I think that's all the guys except for, yeah. Oh, nope, yeah, okay, cool. Now let's go murder old Suk Bakhtar. What's great about this, though, I will say, like, what would you do if you weren't running Injos? What did I have on this? Oni and Ultimate. The same thing, I guess, maybe. Like on a utility charm. Or maybe status effect damage. So I got an ammo depository right there, right? Isn't that this ship? The first one here? Or no, that's the second one? That's the second one. There's somebody I missed? Where the hell? No, man. Like, what? Alright. Motherfuckers. Making me look bad. Alright. Where are you, you little sick son of a bitch? No, you will not. Alright. There's old Suk Bakhtar and his crew. Fortunately, we have all those ammo deposits, right? We have more ammo. So I really don't need to endanger myself, you know, any more than I have to, right? Nope. Oh, he died. Just wasted 2 shots, because the one that did hit him just took him out. Might as well not waste our ultimate, right, or like ultimate gain we could be getting. let's go grab the ammo.
You haven't won yet.
Remember, we still have that other ammo that we could grab. Oh man, come on. So just gonna go back and pretty much light them all up, do the same thing, and not really worry, because that's gonna give me my ultimate, and like whoever isn't dead by the time I've wasted all my ammo, you know, will surely die to the ultimate. I could have just jumped from there. Alright. I think that's Soup Boxer right there, so why not just deal with him super fast. Oh, there we go. Couldn't exactly rightly tell what's even going on here. Oh shit! Where the hell did you come from? What? Oh, you want to play that game? Can't lock onto this guy, I think, maybe. I don't even need this ammo depository. Shred it right there.
The ghosts celebrated their victory, but knew they'd face Io herself.
Yeah, I think the scroll is in that boat, but I'll let that be something we'll figure out. Or is it actually on the beach? I can't remember. Oh well, I think it's on the beach actually. Because for some reason I remember it and not the third boat. Whatever. So yeah. That's pretty much how you solo this one specifically. For just a build I like for in general to solo story, we'll say I'll go ahead and might as well show you that one, right? So that you're good for your story, and this is also a good general raid one if you're not going to be using like bomb jumping to try to like shortcut through the raid. If you just want, you know, a good solid whatever. I like my katana to do melee and ultimate, because what I'm going to be doing is an ult spam build. Let's see, so there's really a lot of different like ult spam builds you can do, some with Enjos. I'm not going to be doing that one here. We'll just do melee charm. This one I like for specifically story. For the raid and for survival, I like a little bit of a different one, but I like this one for story because there's kind of like a lot of like pauses and in between times and just kind of like, yeah, weird times like that, right? So here's what we're looking at, right? It's just 3 stacks of melee damage and 2 stacks of ultimate. That will allow me to one-shot a Tengu with a normal ult strike. So I'm going to do 5 here. Since I'm looking at a good hefty amount of damage, I don't necessarily need this overshadowed. In this particular instance, I think this is solid. Let's just, I don't know, what's a tough one? I don't know. These are all pretty standard and simple for me. And man, I swear it's like once you kind of like, yeah, get a feel for some of these, they just get 20 times easier. Fire spirits, why not, right?
One of my favorites.
Thing is it's not as hard, right? Because it's going to be not the nightmare, which I think the nightmare also changes up the enemies.
The fire spirits of Yarika.
With the auto aim again, we can lock on nice and easily to their dome. And doing what's called bow teching, you can see I already have my ult. I don't really need to do what I'm doing here. I'm kind of fucking with this guy because of that.
pierced the night.
Doing what's called the dash cancel here, and this is useful for survival when those swatches are raining down at you, right? If you're not doing this, you have to kind of zigzag. Well, if they'll shoot at me again. Why did they stop? I get too close? But I think you can guess what I mean, right? You're essentially, because they're always going to be shooting where they think you're going, so if you zigzag here and you just, you know, zigzagging back and forth, you'll be fine. The crack is over there, but we don't need it. Once again, kind of why I wanted the 5 strikes versus the
bears bellowed for the flesh of the ghosts.
What do you call it? The single strike for or the 5 strike hold, just because we're going to be killing a lot of creeps. Should have popped that earlier. I think this is like the last guy. Yeah, so I don't want to use my ult just yet. Save it a second.
The gate was shut, the path barred.
Beautiful. Cruising along here.
Fire spirit was destroyed, but there was another.
Actually, I'm gonna hang back to build my ult. Headshots are one of the fastest ways to build your ult, so you definitely want to be, you know, trying to get that as much as you can. I don't need my ult in here, but why not, right?
Brothers. The closer the ghosts came to reaching Ego's plans, the more
Just
furious
cruising along.
the spirits.
I like ult spam for these kind of things. Why? Because there's different ways to do ult spam, but this one in particular is because of its
Across the courtyard.
how can we say, accessibility. It's not only the easiest way to spam build your ultimate as quickly as you can, right? It's also the
Echoed as the ghosts approached.
what can I say, the I don't know how to explain this. So, like, say for example, a bomb pack is another very useful way to build ultimate. Bomb pack, you're only going to be able to build your ultimate easily, however, if you are, if there's a lot of enemies around, so it's like useful for survival, for instance, but not necessarily for say like story, because here, like, these enemies are just kind of all spread out, right? Definitely should have been using these guys to build ult, and then ulted him, but, you know, that's neither here nor there. Not what I meant to do again there, but neither here nor there. Even not using the bow tech reload cancel, right, this bow still just shoots ridiculously fast. And beautiful. Fucking got murdered by his own Hwacha. I mean, the rate at this bow, look at this. This is without bow teching. Just shooting heads, right? Not bow teching at all. And then you can speed that up by doing this. Like, speeds it up by, yeah, like milliseconds, man. But it definitely makes a difference. Alright, let's see here. but it's super useful for, yeah, clicking headshots. It's 8 headshots without, you know, how long this little bit is. And then kunai'd a lot here. Beautiful. What? Wild. I think he's gonna hit me. Oh, come on. Fuck. Respect the door. Alright. Is there... Oh, it's down low, right? Forget. Let's see. That's the fire spirit. Where's the last, like, plan? This is gonna be annoying. I think I have to... Or it won't tell me, like, where the plan is until I kill these guys. Alright, so now will you tell me where the plan is that I just ran past? Yep. Where are you? See, like, I knew it was over there, man. I knew it. Son of a bitch. Fucking, they're little bastards.
That text is sacred.
Is it? Because I do have to kill everybody after all. You're not gonna do shit. I don't even have to kill the last guy, but we will. Because I want the resolve. Over here, bro, turn around. What's he looking at? I do remember this last one. This last one watches pretty much on any map. Again, so close. Thin out this herd a little bit. And take out number 2. Alright, that's the fire spirits done. Get rid of that dog. Oh my god, the reach.
Into the shadows.
You got me. You got me. And so I'm not really drawing the bow back, as you can see. I'm just getting that quick shot, because it's about the number of hits. It's not about the damage. And so that's how I'm able to build my ult super quickly. And you can use a build, I'd say, very similar to this in survival. Really don't need it here since these guys are the last one, so I'm just gonna finish this guy out. Ow, what a dick. That's what you get. Oh yeah. Alright, that's a wrap. What? Is it? Do I have to find the lost scroll? Well, that's all the enemies. You get the gist, man. Hope this video helped you out, man. And please let me know if you have any questions, okay? Thank you. Have a good one.